Side entertainment news. Let's get it.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhangers.
Love it. I just love it.
All righty. No, we ain't gotten to it today.
Let's get it.
First things first.
Yes, sir.
Guess who's back in the news?
Who's back in the news?
Back in the news. I'll give you a hint. She called everybody her babies.
Monique.
Yeah, dog.
Monique.
Now I wanted to mention this yesterday because I saw it yesterday. But Monique, she dropped a little video explaining something that happened with Chelsea Handler. If you don't know her, I know I only figured her out again through the roast.
Cent. Yeah.
But yeah, 50 Cent.
He dated it for a second.
Yeah, which was crazy.
It's not. that's a nice link up, bro.
I'm sure, but
I ain't mad at 50 on that.
I look at 50 doing that kind of like how with you and
Whoopi Goldberg. My baby Whoopi.
Yeah, I see that like
Whoopi.
That.
Yeah.
That's probably how he got all these business moves.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah. Hey, Whoopi.
Chelsea Handler,
Uh-huh.
she made a remark that apparently, I took it as a joke since she was doing it on the roast. If you guys didn't see the Tom Brady roast, how did you feel about it, real quick?
I thought it was funny. I think they went too far with his family and with his wife and kids, but it was a roast. So
yeah, and that's where some roast, I'd be like, ooh.
I felt cringe worthy, but this is 2024 and nothing's off limits. And I think Tom didn't say anything was off limits, so they went for it.
Yeah. But she did make a remark kind of alleging that Kevin Hart kind of like screw her over in a certain type of deal. And Miss Monique had this to say. Let me reload it because she already been talking from here.
Monique had something to say again about something.
Yeah, like always.
Can she go tell a joke?
And here's how great Kevin is. He said, no problem, Chelsea. I got you.
What was that?
No, it's buffering. Bad. Everything.
I'll just get you a gig on my movie. I said, great. Behind the camera, in front, I don't care. I'll direct it if I have to. He said he'd even help me fill out the paperwork. I was so excited. He said, I got you, Chelsea. I got you. I got you. And that's when I learned that if you ask Kevin for a favor, you can always count on hearing these three words. I got you. And then you can count on never hearing from him again. That's ridiculous.
Then when he came back with, I got you, I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, I'll executive produce, I'll partner with you. I said, good, Kevin, because we're in a deal with Endemol and we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication. That was 2 years ago.
Her point was what she made up in the post in her Instagram. She said, hey, my sweet babies, what are the odds that both Chelsea Handler and I would share the same experience with Kevin Hart, but we're both lying? Love us for real.
But here's the thing that I got to say. Chelsea was telling a joke. You was telling a story.
Now a rapper and a comedian would tear them bars up.
But you see what I'm saying? No, but see what I'm saying? Chelsea don't need the money. Stupid rich, right?
She is. She's doing.
You know what I'm saying? So she's making
that whole room was dumb rich.
Yeah. So she's making a joke. Monique,
she making a complaint,
bruh. You filed a complaint against this guy. You came out before this guy even came out. Why is he got you? You should have him. I'm just being honest. Kevin did his thing. Monique been doing. She done had TV shows and everything. You know what I'm saying? She had the Parkers. She had her own talk show that didn't do so well. Whose fault was that? I'm just being honest. When you didn't get another after the Parkers. You know what I'm saying? You was in the movie Precious. You did a great role in that. But everybody,
Precious is how she got a Grammy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but what I'm saying, man, I love Monique talent, but the person that I see her becoming is more about complaining about what somebody else is not doing for her, or what have you done for me lately? And I got to ask the question. I mean, I don't know, but Monique, what have you done for other folks? Who have you put on? What have you done in because you're Monique? How many young comedians have you put up on you? You on tour with Cat Williams now. What tour do you have that you putting young comedians and young ladies on and young men on? What are you and your daddy doing? I'm just being honest, because y'all can get on these podcasts and talk about all these people. And again, I love Monique's talent. But if you're as talented as you are, Monique, I don't think you're the businesswoman that you say you are. You sell your services.
You don't think she get to that paper?
I think Monique need to sit down and write some jokes and go do her own special and let it flourish from there. Your talents will speak for you. You know what I'm saying? If you can control the eyeballs and eardrums and you have a name like Monique, bro, you can do a lot out there. If you got to say Tyler Perry or Oprah Winfrey and get on Instagram or wherever platform she decided to use and use Chesley Handler to see, I told y'all so, bro, you're not happy in your life. Happy folks ain't sitting there trying to, find a reason to say like the teacher guy. See, she did that. He said that. Happy folks are not doing that, bro. Successful people are not doing that. Successful people are sitting in the room with other successful people trying to figure out how to become more successful or make the world better.
I agree. Do you think it could just be a built up of frustration of not really being heard or being wrote off to be something that you're not?
Bro,
because I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep hearing these type of things from somebody I look
Adore.
up to and revere, how I do about a Monique.
Yeah.
But from the actions that I'm seeing, this go past what she's done or that she said.
Right.
But from the actions that I see, it sounds like a woman who's been trying to talk and trying to speak, but everybody kind of it sounds like everybody is writing her off and putting a label and discrediting everything that she says. And she sounds like a woman that sees that and is very frustrated with it. So now I need to overtalk. Now I need to overshare, or now I need to prove every point that you either discredited or didn't believe.
The only way you prove people wrong is by your actions, not by your words. If I'm down as a nephew, I'm finna bench 315, I'm finna bench 355, I'm finna bench 400, right? I can sit here and talk crap. See, I saw you do this, I saw him do it, but nobody said nothing about it, but they said something about when I couldn't do it. Yeah. If I want to shut everybody up, I need to go down that bench. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and do it. Monique has the name. She has the brand. Why isn't Monique doing what she have to do? We don't care about her daddy. We don't. We don't care about what somebody else did. Bro, I love me some Monique, but I don't care who mistreated her. That's business. Handle your business. Don't deal with them folks no more. If Kevin Hart said he was going to do something for you and he didn't do it, move on and go find your own deal. Monique can go make her own deal. Kevin Hart made his stuff. Kevin Hart should not have to put Monique on.
Hart Studios.
But bro, you can create Monique Studios. You made a lot of money. Monique made a lot of money in this industry too. She ain't just new coming to the game. Come on now. You had a TV show. You had your own talk show. You did your own special. Netflix did give you a special. What happened to that? We didn't see it. I'm just being honest, bro. I'm not trying to be funny. It didn't do numbers. You on tour with Cat Williams. We haven't heard from Monique since she left the Shay Shay Club. And the last time we heard about her when she said something, when she was on tour, she's on tour with Cat right now. I don't know if she's still on tour, but the last time we heard something from her, okay, she's still on tour with Cat. And there was nothing being said until she talked about Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey again and started calling them names. I have not heard one joke from Monique right now that we can sit back and say that's funny, whatever she's talking about.
Well, to Monique defense on that part.
Okay,
she has been working. They've been traveling. We just ain't been to none of the
okay,
shows.
No. But what I'm saying is, even on that show, haven't said Monique got this joke, man, that had everybody in tears. But when she was on that tour, she said something about Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry because I guess she wasn't getting on laughs. That's what she resorted to, I guess.
And that did make
news. If you're tearing everybody's mouth out, bro, you got everybody sitting there throwing up laughing, right? People gonna talk about it. Obviously, she's not doing that. Like I said, work on your skill set. You can diminish, but you got to get back in the lab. You got to work. You can't be sitting on Instagram with daddy talking about somebody's contract and what somebody said, and I can pull up this text and I can pull up this tweet about what somebody said. That ain't helping you get no better on stage. If you're trying to tell jokes. What are you trying to do, Monique? You want to get into another movie role? Okay, how about you create your own movie? You know what I'm saying? And then get other people, other famous folks to get into your movie instead of trying to get on somebody else's movie. And when they don't hire you, you want to talk about what they say they're going to hire me, but they need to pay me because I'm a Grammy-winning actress now. Come on, man. Stop. Enough.
I guess.
Enough.
Some of her points are valid.
Her points are no longer valid, bro, until you put the work in. And the Monique,
but
you won one Super Bowl.
Outside of the antics, I don't know that she's not putting in work, Joe. I can't.
She ain't put no work in, bro.
I can't say that because when she did talk to Shannon, she was talking about different things that she was working on or that she was trying to work on. But
and then she jumped right onto a cat.
Based off of how she was being labeled and how most folks in the industry, both her folks and the industry people, how they would handle her.
Bro, the industry,
and you might be tired because I don't not believe that she probably would do half of the stuff you just mentioned.
But bro, she can strike a deal with YouTube. She can strike a deal with Facebook. You ain't got to strike a deal with Hollywood anymore. If you are as funny as you say you are, you can strike deal with other platforms that are just as big as TV right now.
I believe that's probably what she will, but she did bring this up as far as with how it's been going for her before. It didn't sound like this was all what she's dealing with now currently. It sounded more of, hey, these are the run-ins or the dealings I done had with these people. This is why I view them these ways, and this is why I have my feelings or my plight against them.
I understand that, and she's right to vent that, okay? But are we going to continue to vent out the same people that we done heard about? Like I told you when we first started this years ago. I said, I heard this before. We still talk about the same thing. From when we was in studio on the radio station when we talked about it, we still, years past now, we're talking about it again. Come on, bro. Enough. What have you done for me lately? Again, since that time we talked about it to now, what have she done for other folks? I'm asking you, bro.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, then, but we know
no idea.
We know a whole lot what people have continue to have done to her. What Kevin Hart said, what Oprah said, what Tyler Perry said. We got the message. I recorded you. You said this, my babies. You know, my baby. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
She be killing me with them babies.
But, bro, again, it's all factual. Cool. These people don't want to F with you. Go do your thing. If you can go out right now, Monique, Joe Lockett, nephew, Denise, anybody listen to this show, and control eyeballs and eardrums, whatever you decide to do, people will deal with you.
Now, I am interested to see how she would monopolize her influence, because you're right, she does have an influence.
Yeah,
it's undeniable. Because when people hear or they see a Monique, it makes waves.
Yes.
So I am interested to see how it is.
Monique can do the thing.
She could make a podcast,
bro. She can do things for she definitely can do a podcast. Definitely can do a podcast. But the thing is, are you going to do a podcast talking about other people? Or are you going to do a podcast that's going to be something, relevant to talking to people in the industry that people want to hear? You see what I'm saying?
Shoot, I don't think she'll fail either or. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think if Monique and her daddy be more creative on what things they can do, because she's Monique, because she is that woman, she has that stature. I believe in her. I think she's going to be a whole lot more happier and successful than being worried about the people who don't want to mess with her or the people who done blackballed her. Okay, because guess what? If Monique is creating a lane for herself, guess what? Them people who blackball you gonna want? They're gonna want in, and you can name your price at that time. You just got to go. You just got to go do. These people built you with the work that you put in on their platforms. You are Monique now, so go do your thing, baby girl. You and daddy, whatever y'all gonna do. Well, I would say leave that on the bench, but that's just me. All right, man, let's keep it moving.
All righty. Next up on the docket question: do you want to wrap some stuff up that came out with Diddy, or do you want some?
I don't even want to talk about Diddy no more, bro.
I mean, but some of this stuff we can't afford it.
Well, I'm gonna let you do the news on Diddy, but I don't want to talk about him. We didn't exacerbate that dude, but go ahead if it's some new news.
All righty. He may have the diddler may have gotten himself in trouble by apologizing for one. Says here that according to TMZ, Diddy and Casey are about to legally bar from speaking about each other. Well, they did as part of the settlement in 2023 in November. Now it's seeming that he may have breached the clause. So now he might end up having to pay even more to her from what it's looking like. Next up, I don't know if you've been seeing that a few folks have been making the rounds on news. I know Camron, he was on CNN. And he
finna go smack them cheeks. Yeah, I saw that. He should never been on that. You know, I saw that interview with him on CNN, and they wanted to get with him about Diddy. I think they got the wrong person. Should have got Mace.
No, I don't think you should have got either or. No. Why didn't y'all just get 50?
No, they should have got Mace.
They should have got 50.
No, they should have got Mace because Mace was signed. If you're gonna ask those questions, Mace
was signed to him. So no, I do feel you on that.
Mace would have been more suited to answer the questions she was asking. And that shows you that when national news organizations are trying to get a news story, they don't do their research.
They didn't, and
they had some white person or some older black person doing the research. They saw the podcast. And y'all didn't. They didn't know the history. And Camron was the first guy. You know what I'm saying? They figured Mace probably said he didn't want to talk about it. Camron like, I'm going on CNN. Okay, God, cool, I'll do it. And then they went to ask those dumb questions. That was a dumb interview.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm gonna say that I think is bad though.
What's up?
When I saw Camron, and I like him and Mace's podcast, it was another black woman trying to do her job, right, in the news.
Yeah.
And she kept it as professional as she could because she was just doing her job as a.
Hey, shouts out to she kept composure.
But she did her job as a journalist. This is what I would say, and I understand Camron being frustrated, but it's not easy being a journalist trying to do your job with a news story thrown in front of you that she did not create. She was only doing her job. You know what I'm saying? They just told her when she got in, this is how it works. When she came to work, Camron is coming on the show today.
And these are the questions.
And these are the questions that you need to ask. You know how this stuff goes behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like she did it. So when Camron got on, he was frustrated. And seeing that it was a black woman, I cringed the way he treated her on national news because a sister was being mistreated by a brother. And what he was saying to her was a little disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? You're like, well, I'm drinking this stuff because I'm finna go clap some cheeks after this, so on and so on. On national, I mean, it's funny to a point, but when I look at it, and I know the business, and I know what she's trying to do, and she's trying to do her job, trying to make her name for herself. She really looked bad to her people, and she had nothing. What happened in that interview had nothing to do with her.
Hold on. I don't think she looked bad. I think if you view it as her looking bad, and not saying that you do like this, but I think if you view it like that with her being seen as a bad way, you look immature.
Well, let me say this,
she handled that very well.
But bro, you know how hard it is, and the people who've been in this industry, do you know how hard it is to get on CNN? Number one, as a black person. Number two, do you know how hard it is to get a daytime show where you are a anchor talking to a camera on news station? It's not easy, right? And
you're talking about from her position.
From her position.
Okay.
It's not easy. You see what I'm saying? To get in that position. And so I'm looking at from her position, she did an awesome job on interviewing her. I give kudos to that young lady. I understand Camron, he was frustrated. You know what I'm saying? His people didn't vet him correctly. And that's on his people and CNN.
Yeah, that's why I say too, I do think it was miscommunication
between the two parties. Yeah.
Because they didn't do their due diligence on knowing who Camron is. Camron keeps it very short and
comical.
And he'll make fun of it if it's dealing with anything mess or gossipy. And I don't think his folks really vetted to him. This is freaking CNN. And let's not go on this type of timing.
Exactly, because again, I just think there's a time and a place for certain things. And I think with CNN and Fox News, I understand that people got their podcasts and, you're doing your thing. But, bruh, our podcast is not CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC. You know what I'm saying? We're not connected to certain information when it comes to news. And when we start to discrediting the people who gives us not gossipy news, not interviews, but give us the news, when you start losing credit in those people, it's tough for them to do their job. And I think, us, like I said, again, it ain't on Camron, it was his people, but we have to be very careful. We should be, you know what I'm saying? When these folks are trying to do their job. And he was just aggravated as hell. He was.
Yeah,
you know
he look like he wanted to beat up for real.
He was aggravated. All right, next news, sir. Let's go.
Next up, another person that's been making the rounds on the news. This one was on MSNBC, if I'm not mistaken. But the bodyguard, Diddy's former bodyguard, claims he witnessed Diddy get physical with Kim Porter and Casey. Now I know you hating this because you don't really, and you voiced this on the show enough for me to know. You voiced plenty of times that you do not care for former employees speaking out against their former bosses.
Yep, especially if you're security. Especially if you're security, a maid, cook, because your ass took the paycheck and you watch people get their ass whooped. So yes, I have a huge problem with it. You should go to jail too. Every charge that Diddy is getting, you should get.
Damn, word?
Yes, sir. You complicit, bro. It's just like if somebody if somebody's go out there and rob a store and you in the car, right? Accessory to the crime. You are an accessory. So if you out there running your mouth and say you saw it and did it get charged, your ass need to get charged too. Yes. 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 If you sat there and watched and you kept taking that man paycheck and you didn't want to sit there because you want to keep getting paid, you part of the damn problem. Yep, you need to be charged too, sir. So really, I really could care less what he had to go say. If you sit there and watch a woman get hit or get verbally or physically abused by Diddy, I don't want to hear what you got to say, bro. Your word that ain't shit, because number one, you going against your NDA clause that you done signed, right? Now you're jumping on the bandwagon because it's cool to jump on the bandwagon of your former boss.
How for that level of security? Because you've worked that one, I ain't worked that one, bro. For that level of security, is there not a time limit on that one?
It may be a time limit, bro, but you never said anything after the time limit was over. You're saying something now because people got their feet on his neck and for you to get on the news. That's the only reason why you're saying something. Or you want to get a payout so you don't have to talk no more. That ain't what we do, bro, in security business. See, these punk guys and myself, I don't want to call the guy punk, I don't know what I'm saying, but it's a money grab, bro. It's a money grab. You security. That's what you do. We see stuff. We see a lot of things when you do security, right? You don't say nothing. If you about that life, you're about that life. You're not. You know what you sign up for when you're working with celebrities. I've never been around anybody that did anything harmful, but did I see men cheating on their wives? Yes. Did I see women cheating on their husband? Yes. Did I see a lot of stuff behind the scenes on a sexual nature? Yes. But I would never tell. It ain't nobody's business. I don't care who they get in trouble. I don't want them folks' money. I don't want to make money like that.
But alrighty, well, from what I did with the softcore research on looking up on him, he's been spoken out about him multiple times.
Okay,
he's been spoken out about him, and I think after he saw it, that's when he stopped being his security guard.
Okay, we're good. We're good for him there.
Yeah. So he has been speaking out about this.
I take back what I said
multiple years.
Well, I take back what I said. If he stopped what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the responsible thing to do. At the end, if you don't like something, get away from it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can't make grown folks stop doing what they do, but at the end of the day, you don't have to be a part of it.
Now that might have been why they brought him up today, because a lot of stuff, like I said, with the rumors about him, have only ran off as rumors and for you to laugh at.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, nephew. People that when you deal with folks that did bad stuff, you gotta be careful in the news, right? What happens in the news, people find your name, they use you as a pawn to get a news story, and your life is screwed up after. Y'all need to shut y'all mouths and stop talking, right? Unless you're gonna write a tell-all book. You got some merchandise to sell. Don't give your story to these news cycles for free. Okay? I'm just giving y'all how the game is played. Do not give your story for free, right? Write a tell-all book, whatever you're going to go do, right? But make sure you get paid, because the news cycle going to get high ratings, which means they can sell their commercial spots for more money, which you get none of. So if you're gonna get your 2 cents, Camron did one small thing. I'm on national TV.
I'm gonna plug all my work.
He plugged all his stuff right there.
All his work.
Everything. He said, if y'all want to catch me, do this. And a lot of people don't do that. He was a smart businessman on that. That guy right there, I'm quite sure at the end of the day, nobody told him where you're gonna be finding him and none of that stuff, right? He done said this stuff, and now he made everybody mad, and he's not gonna get paid for it.
I mean, but that might not have been a goal for him.
But
I'm with you. If that's your goal or that's aligned with any of your goals and you don't plug yourself, then cool. But if you just wanted to speak or get to get your side out.
But what's your side? But bruh,
I can see why you would do that.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, it may not have been like that.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Let's keep it moving.
Alrighty. Next up. Yeah. Eminem. Congratulations to Haley. His baby girl is finally getting married. Now, okay. I'm a huge Eminem fan. He always mentioning Haley up in the raps and stuff. I kind of feel like I know her a little bit too. Me and her
all know her.
Yeah,
but I wonder if
we are around the same age. So yeah, shouts out to you, Haley.
But I wonder if she's as close to her dad as he is to her. Do they have a really close relationship? Because we look at him as really loving his daughter. But I wonder, do she really love him the way he says in his music he loves her? I don't know.
I'm sure.
Okay. I mean, I always have wondered that because when you're growing up in that stage of life, you know what I'm saying, you just never know. With his wife and all that stuff, you never know how the relationship is between mother.
Well,
daughter and father.
I do know because he was very vocal about how him and his so I think that's just his baby mama, but it was ex-wife, just because I don't know. But I do remember him being very vocal about her.
Oh, he's very vocal and very protective, like as he should.
No, I was talking about the mama.
Huh?
Between Eminem and the mama.
Oh, he wasn't protective of mama.
No, not protective. I'm saying he was been very vocal and spoke out against a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
With her.
Yeah, for sure.
No, when it came to Haley, yeah, he don't play with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, social media and everybody, they've been looking at this. They saw they got the little dance that they did for the wedding. They got pictures on it. I got a question.
Okay, what's the question?
My question is, I wonder how it gotta feel to have Eminem as your father-in-law. Because that's gotta be so freaking, that's gotta be fire if you're a hip-hop fan, though. Mm-mm. That's gotta be really fire if you're a hip-hop fan. And really, really awkward if you're not.
It gotta be scary if you're a hip hop fan or if you're not. Doesn't matter because it's Eminem.
What that mean?
Exactly what I said. Yeah, and he don't play about his daughter.
Don't nobody play about their daughter,
bruh.
What you make it special? Don't nobody play about their daughter.
So your first job or your second job is going to be to make sure that, or try to hope that the father likes you. That's true. The father don't like anybody that's marrying his daughter. Okay?
No, everybody ain't like that. No. It's some like you, but I don't think all the dads they don't just automatically.
But what I'm saying is, regardless if you're a hip hop fan, if Eminem don't like you, that's an issue. It ain't nothing fire about this because you got to try to make sure this man you making his daughter happy. Because if he don't like you, he's not gonna like you. I don't know. I don't know. We know that's his prized possession, which is Haley. He said, I don't travel, I don't do concerts, I don't do a lot of stuff because I want to make time for my daughter. So now there's another man taking over that role and responsibility.
I'm sure he holding it down.
You can't hold Eminem bro down, bro. You
can go in down.
You can go in and make your daughter.
But he can hold it down for Eminem.
No.
He married the girl. He can hold it down.
He can be her husband, but he'll never be Eminem.
Oh my God. See, that's what we comparing people.
Bruh, I'm just saying.
Why? That she didn't want Eminem. If she wanted Eminem, she would have married the daddy.
But what I'm saying is the daddy love is one thing, but Eminem is a whole different monster, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dad, I ain't talking about that, but I'm saying you would never be Eminem. You know what I'm saying? You never, bruh.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? You can never provide the protection and the safety that Eminem provides for his daughter.
We don't know that.
What's his name?
Have no idea. Hold
Okay,
on, let me
then.
see.
It's okay.
Evan McClintock. Haley McClintock is really weird for a last name. But
What does
shout
her
out
husband,
to the
what does her husband
Clintucks.
do?
They didn't go through what the husband do in the bio, Joe.
Okay.
God, dog.
Okay.
They didn't go through.
So like I said,
Hold on, you gotta tame some of your little daddy mode, bro. Because this ain't your daughter.
but I'm a dad, and that's what dads look like. Okay, what you do for a living, bro? Because I know the life I provide for my daughter. I don't expect you to provide. That's what I just. But that's what I just said.
But Joe,
I don't expect you to provide Eminem lifestyle, bro. But you got to provide for my daughter. So that's what I'm gonna say. What does he do for a living?
Look from the picture, it looked like Miss Haley is very, very.
I understand it, but what's the first thing a father gonna ask to do? What do you do when she said, "Dad, I'm in love with this guy"? What's the first thing a daddy gonna ask? What does he do for a living?
And it must not have been a problem.
It must not have been a problem because it all good. But I'm just saying. But that's the first thing we ask, bro. If you dating a girl, the first thing your mama gonna ask you is what? If you talking about getting married to her, who is she and what? What's the second thing your mama gonna ask you?
I'll probably be the third, but yeah, it's gonna be first. It's gonna be one of the first questions. What she do?
Yeah,
but, I mean,
because if you tell your mama she ain't got no job, what your mama gonna say?
Yeah, my mama G. Why? Are you willing to do that?
Yeah,
that's what you get down with. She'll start cracking. I ain't gonna lie.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you talk to your mama about a woman, right, her son, and you talk about marrying a woman that don't have a job, staying at home with her mama, 25, 28 years old, and you say, "Mama, I love her." What's your mama gonna say about her?
Okay,
let's call your mama and see.
It's weird.
I
call her for real.
Hey, I promise you,
for real.
I promise you, you already know what your mama gonna say.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
Bro,
I ain't never brought.
Bro, your mama ain't gonna. Your mama gonna say, "Son, you want to think about this." You already know. Your mama ain't gonna tell you to go out there with no project, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your mama
no, she ain't gonna. Yeah,
your mama gonna say, "Okay, baby girl,
she ain't gonna have me go out.
Your mama gonna say, "I need to talk to her." You know what I'm saying? I need to know her intentions. Come on, bro. Your mama is gonna protect her son the same way a father gonna protect his daughter. Come on now. Your mama ain't gonna let you just go out there marry just anybody. She ain't got to have a job to provide for the family, but she got to contribute. She got to work at. Baby, you got to go work at McDonald's. You got to go work at. You got to do something, baby. Baby, you got to go do something. My son can't be out there by himself trying to take care of both of y'all. Baby, what's your aspirations? Are you going back to school? You got some kind of skill set? Because you talking about having kids. How y'all gonna take care of the kids, baby? How y'all gonna do that? Mama gonna have some questions. Come on, bro. Mama gonna have some questions. So, I know Mama J at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? She ain't finna let her prized possession, her only child, marry some woman that ain't got a job. That ain't happening, bro. Stop. And she done worked all her life too. I worked all my life. And you think I'm gonna sit up and let my son marry a woman that ain't working? Not. Anyway, next story.
Hey, never mind. I ain't gonna argue that. Anyway, that's all. That's all for the topics.
Hey, Sandra said, Mama sure will. Ain't no mama on here, bro, that got a son. Is gonna let her son go out there and marry a woman that ain't got no damn job.
Look, I don't know if mama's on that.
Oh, no, listen. Are you gonna let your son, if you got a son, marry a woman, and you can't stop him, but are you not gonna advise him don't do it? You're not gonna let your son go out there and marry a woman that ain't got no job, bro. That ain't got no skill set. You're gonna talk to your son like, son, if this is what you want to do, but understand at the end of the day, I can't stop you. It's your life, son. But she probably don't mean you no good, baby. At 25, she ain't got no job, she ain't got no skills. See, Bridget says she needs to have something going on.
Her skill might be staying at home.
If you start smiling at your mama and say, "Mama, I love her," she said, "Boy, you in love with that woman for the wrong reason." That's what your mama's gonna tell you. She said, once you get your ass out that bedroom door, son, what good is she? Do she cook, son? Sometimes. Do she clean the house, son? Well, we both clean the house. Well, we both clean the house, son. Okay, so the woman ain't got no skills, and she ain't got no job, son. What are y'all doing? Y'all just having a good time. Y'all just
making grandbabies.
Yeah, exactly. That's all y'all doing.
Making grandbabies. Mom.
I saw this thing, and we gotta get into the topic, y'all. But I saw this thing on TikTok today, where this woman came home and she went on a cruise or went on a vacation with her friends. Came back, her husband had left.
Okay.
Because he didn't like, he told her, don't go. You out here with friends that I don't know. We've been together all this time. I don't know these friends, but you decided to go on this trip. So he left.
Mm-hmm.
Then as she went on into her little diatribe, okay, come to find out they got 6 kids together. Wait a minute, what, huh?
Yeah.
And you going on a trip? And y'all been together?
Y'all got 6
kids together, and you go on a trip with somebody that he don't, with people he don't know. Oh yeah, you had to.
And you ain't playing nothing out, or
bro? I don't know what that was. That was crazy.
Yo, I would have left her too.
If you raise a provider man, that's up to him. It's gonna be up to him. But Erica, you're gonna sit there and tell me if your son came to you with a girl, right? Your son, and she came to him and said, right? She told you as a 28-year-old, 25-year-old, whatever. Yeah, Miss Bonka, I don't have a job. What's your skill set, baby girl? Well, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I may want to be a digital influencer, content creator. I'm not for sure yet. You gonna tell your son that's cool? I'm a property manager. I approve rental applications for couples with one income. That's fine, but I'm talking about your son. If you had a son, I understand what other people do, but I'm talking about your son. I would ask him if he loves her and does she treat him well. Gotcha.